What's going on, guys? All right, welcome back to the channel. So this is Friday accountability check number 2, and I gotta admit I'm a little pissed off because checked my weight earlier today and I was all excited because checked in and did the the wellness checkup yesterday, and I was for sure that I was going to be at a certain weight today, and I'm down a half a pound. All right. And I had this conversation with Jeff last week, with one of my buddies, Jeff, last week, because he was all pissed off about not being able to, all right, out with that. But he was all pissed off because, doing great, doing everything he needs to be doing, hitting his calories, and he only lost 0.6 pounds. And I had to remind him that that's still over half a pound off of what you were before. So it's still progress. It's still dropping down. It's still going on that downward trajectory. Yeah, maybe just a little up, but it's still a downward trajectory. So I had to remind him about that. And I had to remind myself, I had to kind of take that same outlook on doing that as well. It's still 0.6 pounds. And to be honest, from a sustainability standpoint, we want to look at a pound to half a pound to a pound a week is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. The big thing is when you start having these drop down towards 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds. And then, because now at that point, you're losing muscle. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to lose lean tissue. We don't want to lose really good metabolic tissue. We want to lose that fatty adipose tissue. And that's so looking at it. So I had to remind myself of that. And I just got off the phone with him about that, doing a little check-in call. And it was, kind of reminding myself about that also. But it does bring up a good point, is the fact that when you start a weight loss program and you start doing fantastic, you start tracking, you start basically doing everything, and things level out. What that usually means is that the body is starting to kind of stagnate. A good way to look at this is very similar to how the muscles respond with exercise. Over time, they'll start to plateau. Not necessarily plateau, but they'll adapt. The adaptation process and become so efficient to where it doesn't have to make any progress. So at that point, what do you normally do? You have to change your routine. And that happens about every 4 to 6 weeks. Your workouts become stale. They start to not be as effective. And so at that point, you have to change the routine. So what am I doing this week? Well, I'm doing 2 things this week. First of all, I have my regular checkup with my PCP on Friday, so a week from today, on the 1st. So I'm still keeping track of my diet. I'm still going to be watching my carbs, and I'm still going to be watching a lot of the sugars and still getting my cardio in and everything else from there. But I am going to cut down my carbohydrates, my starchy carbs in a little bit more at night, but I'm going to backfill them, or I'm going to back add them, however you want to look at it, towards the morning. So normally in the morning, I have a half a cup of oatmeal, and then I have half a cup of yogurt. Now, I'm a little spoiled because Christina makes our yogurt. It's a fantastic recipe and something I would really recommend that you all do in an Instant Pot if you have the opportunity or have the desire to do that, because it is so simple and it is just a quality. There's such a quality that goes with it. So enough of that. But what I'm going to do is, instead of half a cup of oatmeal in the morning, I'm going to do either 2/3 or I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup and then add that in. So I'm going to basically pre-add that, or I'm going to not backfill, whatever, you know what I mean. But I'm going to do that so that way I still get in my fiber, still get in those quality carbohydrates, but I have the rest of the day to burn it off. So I'm going to reduce my amount of carbohydrates, starchy carbohydrates, at the end of the night. Now don't forget, you have your fibrous vegetables, which is a carbohydrate. You have your fruits, which is a carbohydrate. So I'm still going to get those in, particularly on the days that I'm really exercising or I train at night. So that's a big factor. So those are the 2 things from a nutritional standpoint that I'm going to be doing. The second thing is I am adding in, I don't know if you saw my video earlier this week, but I am adding in my cardio back on the bike. The weather is going to be absolutely beautiful. I mean, can't see it right now, but I'm actually have the door open, and it is gorgeous outside. Next week, temperature's supposed to get a little colder, but not bad at all. But gosh, this weekend, if you have the opportunity to, get outside and spend some time in the sun. It is amazing outside. So, other than that, guys, have any questions or comments? Sorry about that. My phone just cut out, so I don't know what happened. I'm experimenting with the new app, and it just completely cut out after I guess 5 minutes. So I need to check on that. But anyways, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely drop a comment on the bottom. I will definitely, feel free to answer that. Go to my social media stuff, guys. Go to my Facebook. It's obviously Steve Trentham. Look that up. Dallas Underground or Underground Strength and Performance. You can also look for Underground Jiu Jitsu here in Plano, Texas. Either one of those, I will definitely feel free to do that. But other than that, guys, if you have any questions, definitely drop a comment. And if you like what I'm actually adding on to this, hit the like button. It does help out. Kind of gives me a little feedback up on that. But tell your friends, tell your family, guys. Have a great weekend. Peace out.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and